Welcome, Sheth, here for an interview with ESFI World and Game Lux. First of all, how are you doing?
Pretty good. Relaxed, had a good time so far.
You just qualified for the playoffs in the second group stage.
Yes.
Let's go back to the first. You were with Moment, Verzer, and Todd in the first group stage. How did it go?
It was really tough games. I think first I played Moment. I managed to win 2-1, but like two of the games were so close. One of the games was like a Baneling war. Just barely won that one. The second game was Roach Hydra vs Roach Hydra, and we had exactly equal supply, 174 to 174, and we fought. But I had 2-1 to his 2-0, and so I just barely won, pushed there, and managed to beat him. But that was so close. It's a game where 150 changed the whole game.
Okay. Was that the toughest match in the group, or?
Well, I lost to Todd, and I lost to Todd 1-2. So that one was the toughest. I had some really good games against him. The first two in particular were just very good, very fun games.
If you look at your matchups at the moment, which are your strongest?
I think probably ZVZ and ZVT right now. I've lost both ZVPs I've played, and I've won all the rest.
And why is that? Because, I mean, if currently Protoss just had a buff, has it anything to do with the patches or just your playstyle?
I honestly think it's just that I played NaNiwa, one of the best Protosses, and then I played Todd, who's PvZ. It was very good. So I think just I played two very good Protoss and lost 1-2 both games, very close.
And now you finished up the second group stage. Yes. You qualified for the playoffs. Yeah. Tell us about these matches.
The ones recently?
Yeah, the second group stage.
Well, I got number 1 in my group, so I'll be seeded against the number 2. That's very good. So let's see. First of all, well, my games ended late last night. I got done maybe around midnight or something like that. I went to sleep. Felt like I was playing the MLG Open. You know, you have to stay up late, and then my games were really early in the morning. So I had to wake up at like 8, 7:30 to have breakfast and get ready for this morning. And I played at around 10. It's really early for a tournament, for me at least.
Especially coming from MLG Providence, a bit jet lagged and everything.
Yeah. So then I had to play Stefano first round. And Stefano and NaNiwa were kind of the two favorites, I think, going into it. So I just wanted to try my best. And we played good games. We've actually played a lot of practice games. We went 2-2 last time we played practice games. And I've been showing him my build and trying to see if he could beat it. So we played a couple games where I was trying my new build out. Then I tried it in a real tournament. And
what is the build?
It's like 15 pool, 16 gas, 16 hatchery, 16 overlord, 16 queen, extractor to make 1 zergling to scout, and then go from there, just speedlings only. And it worked against like a 14-14 Baneling bust, which we both kind of thought was the counter to it, but I wasn't sure. I kind of thought I could have microed it better in our practice games. So in this I microed it perfect, and I managed to win the first game. And the second game, I kind of faked like I was doing the build again, went hatch first, and just won in the macro game, kind of.
Okay, and then your last game versus NaNiwa, you already know that already knew that you were qualified. Did that take the pressure off?
Yeah, after I won 2-0 against Cloud, I knew I was safe, no matter what happened. I knew I just needed 1 win to be first seed in my group, and so I won the first game. And
so that's why you went all in the third?
In the third game, the third game was on metal, and if you can hide it well enough, you should be able to win.
You hid it pretty well.
I did. Like I let my hatchery finish and let him scout it on purpose, kind of.
And you killed the scouting drone as well without seeing the roach warren?
Yeah, but he held it beautifully. Like a Void Ray was just barely in time and just barely had enough. Good SimCity placement and everything. Good micro by him. So yeah, it was good. Really close.
Yeah. So what's the outlook for 2012 for you?
2012.
This is your last event of the year?
Well, I'm trying to qualify for NASL. If I make it to NASL finals, I'll be in the finals there.
Okay.
And then I'll be done. 2012, I hope to play in all the MLGs. I hope to go back to Korea, and I hope to play in DreamHacks and other things like Homestar Cup maybe.
Okay, Homestar Cup, that's always fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to next year.
Well, one last question. I want like your quick opinion about the other groups that are currently being played. Of course, we had you and NaNiwa being qualified, and Hak and Puma. And I just want your opinion about Group C, D, E, F, G, H. Like, who you think who's gonna make it?
Okay, C is Death Angel, Genius, Sarens, and Sieplo. I feel like this is probably the weakest group I've seen so far. No offense to those players, but at least from like a perspective wise, I think Genius and Sarens, if I had to guess. But Genius, I'm pretty sure. Sarens, I don't know. I watched his games against the Lush. It looked good, so that's my pick for those two.
Yeah, it's definitely a completely different group than the first group with Hak, Edra, and Puma.
That's the worst. Having
the worst.
All three of your team in one area. At least two of them advanced.
Yeah.
And then Group D is Ret, Thorzane, Mers, and Nama. I actually think it's going to be hard for Ret.
Why?
Those are all really good Terrans. Nama is kind of underrated. Mers, TVZ, I think he's best. And Thorzane's a beast. So I really hope Ret comes out of it. Yeah, I'll say Thorzane Ret.
Okay.
But I wouldn't be surprised Thorzane Nama either, actually. Alright, Group E is Sase, Select, Nurchio, and Dabu. Never even heard of Dabu.
He's a Dutch player. Last year he won versus Tyler at DreamHack. He was playing Ling, Baneling, Muta versus Prots at that time. He's a Zerg player. And back then it was like completely, everyone was like making fun of him. He won the game, and these days apparently a lot of players are playing Ling, Muta, Zut.
Well, this one I actually think it'll be Sase and Nurchio. It's going to be so close though. Sase, Select, Nurchio, all three are very high level players. Nurchio historically doesn't do that well in lands, so I hope to see him overcome that hurdle. I'm good friends with all three of those, so I'll say against Sase and Nurchio. Yeah. Group F is Sen, Elfie, Donragu, and Hero. It's a crazy group. That's the hardest group, I think.
So yeah, so Donragu, that's a fair pick, I guess. Or do you, or you don't even think Donragu?
It's a fair pick, but that group, all four, Hero, Donragu, and Sen, those three can win any tournament, anytime, I think. So
it's a hard one. You gonna pick two, or you gonna leave it at that?
Hero and Donragu.
Oh, Hero and Donragu.
Hero's PVZ is so good. Like, if he can make it to endgame on equal footing, I don't think anyone can beat him. But I'll stand by that. And then G is White Ross, Show, Todd, and Happy. It's another kind of tough group. A lot of underrated people there, I think.
But yeah, maybe a chance for Todd to shine after being such a good Warcraft 3 player. He still doesn't have his StarCraft 2 title under his belt.
I hope so. I'll say White Raw and Show though.
Okay.
Show is a very underrated Terran. Happy is very good too, but I'll say White Raw Show. Group H is Koss, Mana, Night End, and Titan. It's another kind of weird one.
Yeah, Titan won first. It's weird because Titan won versus Idra, so he got a high seed. And
versus Idra?
Yeah, he won in the group stage.
I thought it was Koss and Idra.
Oh, no. Yeah, Koss.
Titan won against Huck.
Huck, yeah, it was Huck.
Yeah.
A Russian player. Yeah.
I don't know anything about him. I'll say Mena and Koss though.
Okay. He'll have the opportunity to make a name for himself.
I hope so.
Alright, thank you for the interview. Anything to say to the community?
Thanks a lot for watching. I'm really tired, so if you guys can tell that. Big shout out to Twitch, sponsors Twitch, and to Razer. And of course, Little App Factory, great sponsors, and of course TL. Thank you guys so much.
Alright, thank you, Matt. Thank you for the interview. Let's go eat.